Welcome back. In Series 2 we kick off with an iconic locomotive, plus a bonus locomotive after. I've covered this loco back on Mike's Movies, but it very much deserves the full coverage afforded by this video series. The London, Brighton and South Coast Railway L Class was a class of 464 steam tank locomotive designed by Billinton for the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway. They were known as Brighton Baltics. 7 examples were built between April 1914 and April 1922, and they were used for express passenger services. Soon after the first 2 were introduced into traffic, the class was found to be unstable at high speed and prone to derailment due to water surging in the large side tanks. As a result, the 2 locomotives were soon rebuilt to provide large well tanks between the axles and to blank off the upper portion of the side tanks. This had the effect of lowering the centre of gravity of the loco. Once modified, the first 2 locomotives proved to be very successful indeed, but further deliveries were delayed by the onset of the First World War. 5 more examples were built between October 1921 and April 1922. Number 333, Remembrance, was the last locomotive built by the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway before it became part of the Southern Railway on the 1st of January 1923. It was named in honour of the members of the railway killed in the First World War. The plaque on the side of the tanks read, "In grateful remembrance of the 532 men of the London, Brighton and South Coast Railway who gave their lives for their country, 1914-1919. Between December 1934 and February 1936, all 7 members of the class were rebuilt as 460 tender locomotives and given the new designation of N15X. The model was a Langley kit and is presented in 1932 condition. It is every bit as huge and powerful as its real-life counterpart and is very, very heavy indeed. Equipped with Dad's standard mechanism of an Airfix 1001 5-pole motor and 40-to-1 gears, it can pull anything you put behind it. It's first seen hauling an interregional excursion from the Great Western Railway to Brighton. Later that same day, a loco is seen dashing back to London with a racegoer special, complete with horsebox. Now for our bonus loco, not featured in the book but well worth including. Very little information seems to be available online, however Drummond's C8, an elusive little 440, is a very pleasing locomotive. The London Southwestern C8 was a class of 440 express steam locomotives designed by Drummond for the London Southwestern Railway and introduced in 1898. All 10 were built with 6-wheel tenders, but they were found to be inadequate, so from 1902 until 1907 they received new 4,000-gallon 8-wheel tenders, their old ones being allocated to various K10 and L11 locos. When the C8s were scrapped, their new tenders were placed behind S15 locos. In 1924, 4 were based at Salisbury, 6 at Plymouth, and by 1931 Salisbury had 6, Eastleigh 2, and Yeovil and Fratton 1 apiece, 2 moving to Feltham in 1933. Our loco, number 298, was built in November 1898 and withdrawn in January 1938. The C8 express passenger loco were a forerunner of the T9. The T9, as built, was a C8 with a 1 foot lengthened firebox, a 1 foot extension to the driving wheelbase. The cross sections appear to be identical. The short firebox was the weakness of the C8. Insufficient steam was available for express work, and they did not appear to have the power for secondary duties. Their elegant appearance is similar to the North British Railway 440s. The model was a much modified Wills T9 kit with a scratch-built chassis and is powered by an Anchorage D13 motor. Series 2 continues very soon. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Cheers for now. Thanks goes to Cressy Publishing for allowing me to use some of the pictures from this marvellous book.